Every day there is no less than 100 psyops. Every day. Nani. Sasa tutapumua juu Betty Bayo wamepass. Lakini kama nini ni hapa. Unaona nini? Newspaper headlines. Everything is a psyop. Wanataka kupitisha hii bill. Wanapitisha hii ili wafiche kama ile ya cyber crime ilikuwa inapitishwa ili tufunikwe macho, ile ya kuuza maparastatal privatization hiyo ndio tunyamazie. You understand? Because these guys never planned to work a single day. They never planned to do anything that they promised. So, have your sharp eye, have your razor sharp eye on the lookout for all these psyops. Psyops kila kuchao. Psyop. Kila kuchao psyop. Everything that you see in the newspaper has been paid for. Everything that you see on your timeline, especially X, has been paid for. You know, a student from, I think a Chinese university, I think she's doing her master's, she contacted me, she sent me a DM on X. And then she told me, oh, Francis, I'm doing my master's, I'm studying the Gen Z protests in Kenya and how X was used to mobilize. No, X never mobilized anything. The people on X are the opportunists. They are the ones who cashed in or cashed out from the revolution. The work of a revolution cannot be done and cannot be engineered from a text-oriented app like X. So X, even by then they were not big on videos. But the civic education started on TikTok the moment now they started expanding. Remember, TikTok was just a dance app. Yeah, it was 1 minute or 30 seconds videos, whichever. And then they went to 1 minute and then they went to 3 minutes. The moment they started going to 3 minutes, now people started, doing their own level of awareness. Then we went to 10 minutes. So me, I started shooting, actually in September, I started shooting content, political content, just trying to make sense of the messed up economic and political environment that we live in. Because in my mind, I knew Ruto, the mantra or the model of elections is that you are tuned, you're brainwashed into suspending, your civic duties of accountability and scrutiny and vigilance, and then they tell you within the first 100 days. So, within the first 100 days, within the first 3 months, you're not going to ask anything, because ukiuliza utaambiwa, hey, give us time. So, they move from 100 days, then they move to 1 year. When they are unable to do what they promised within the first 100 days, then wanaenda 1 year. So they were confident that with those delay tactics, we would suspend, we would seize our quests for scrutiny and vigilance, especially on your electoral pledges. So as we hit the ground running on TikTok, now the issues are so complex. There are very many people who contributed. Some fell along the way, some wakauziwa woga after June 2024. So everything began on TikTok. The ex-people who came later hosting spaces, Kina Kimuzi, Otero, everyone. The Morara Kebaso, he was doing all those videos in stalled projects. That was performative criticism because it was addressing the symptom, not the root cause. So you've shown us this culvert was not built, this road ahead. That is the story across the country. We are dealing with the root cause of our problem. Is it our procurement? Is it our political structure? Is it EACC that is not arresting these entrepreneurs? You see, we wanted incisive analysis and intervention. But you guys got carried away by these opportunities. Kasmuel was just there for the cameras, for his role, for his suits. I'm even surprised you guys are very strong to give somebody like Kasmuel. He has no depth. He has no range. You see, the issues, I need you to go to one of my old videos, you see. We were very meticulous. We would also back it up with newspaper articles, research documents. You see, this is what happened in the 90s. We are talking about structural adjustment programs which were promoted under the guise of World Bank rationalization, but it was local people who wanted to take over our parastatals, which is exactly the same thing, the same script that is playing out today. Now, it needed people with context. The people on X do not have that context. Them, they just go to their DMs. They go. That was what Akina Kimuzi did and Akina Osama did, but they never pushed any revolution material or agenda. The work had already been done on TikTok. If you go right now, go on X, go to Grok, ask them when was the first time Hanifa did a finance bill related post. You will see every one of them started in June 2024, mid-June even. I know I'd searched for Boniface Mwangi, it was June 8th. I know I'd searched for Hanifa, it was June 16th. These guys were clueless, but an opportunity metokea wamelipwa do. Sasa it was another gig. And that's why even now they've disappeared, because they don't have material. They don't have medulla oblongata. They are what we call cerebral midgets. So I felt offended when somebody's there trying to tell me that X brought the revolution, while there were so many people who dedicated their time. Let me tell you, the TikTokers, which is why I love this space, is that to shoot everyone that I've seen joining TikTok, there has been an improvement in their life. Everyone, because we all started at the same time. Uliingia hivyo, ulikuwa una shoot na simu bila mic. Then ukaanza kutumia ile cable hands, whatever, hands free. Then kidogo ukanunua mic. Then kidogo ukanunua lights. Then kidogo naona mtu ile nyumba ulikuwa unashutia umehama. You see, it's progression, which is what content creation is all about. It's about you start here and then you grow. And then you're not just growing, materially, you're growing mentally. So TikTok was the beginning. It was the source. Please do not, if you are a TikToker, do not allow people to run with that narrative that X is full of opportunists. They are the ones who cashed in on our effort. I used to wake up every day. I wake up at 1 a.m. I script, I shoot, I edit, I caption, I add the attachments. Uploading alone, because they used to be 10-minute videos, used to take an hour, because I was uploading. First I start TikTok, then X, then maybe Facebook, then YouTube, blah blah blah. But even those came later. So please do not let people run with the narrative that the revolution started on TikTok. The X people, the issues are so complex. For you to ideologically convince that large mass of people, you cannot convince them on writings on 280 characters on a tweet. People have to be told, they have to be given illustrations. And nobody ever woke up on TikTok and said, oh, let's go to the streets or let's do X, Y, and Z. No, people felt compelled because there was conviction and there was proof. We used to know that Gava used to steal money. We put in a lot of effort to analyze odious debt, to analyze stalled projects, to analyze everything. So if you are a TikToker, please do not. Your cumulative effort is what spilled over to X, but then unfortunately, we found the opportunists, mahainas, mafisi wametungojea hivi, and then they ran with the story, and the rest, as they say, is history. So do not allow somebody to come with that narrative again. I'm here defending your rights. The economy was good. They did not even bother to plan this agenda, this affair, this politics. Sasa every time wakapigania multipartyism, sasa wameturudisha one party state ya Kasongo. Naona Tikitobu Manyara sasa ndio anaandika articles. Wanasema Samia Suluhu, she won by 96%. It's impossible. 2017 when Uhuru did the run of peke yake, si alishinda by 98%. Why is nobody talking? Those influencers who are telling us about Tanzania, that Suluhu won with 96%. Can you tell us how Uhuru won with 98% in 2017? But the PR was so good, you guys didn't even take a moment to think that this is an outright electoral theft. And then sasa muna share to clips hapo to Uhuru sijui na nani. Nakashagua. Rubbish. We are supposed to be looking future AI. Guys are talking about AI and what? Wewe hapo unatuambia Tiju Uhuru ameongea Kikuyu sasa now. That is a great achievement. Oh my God, he's so humble. Don't be stupid like your parents. Tie, sijui nini, si ushawi, ni maombi, towa kila tele. Me, those people disgust me. Me, by the way, when I was very young, I was very respectful to old people. Very respectful. Until skule nilivai mara ya kwanza, nikaona wazee na yao. Friend, I have no time for wazee. Sina time.